when I look at the argument that seems to go back and forth on Instagram with weightlifting, it's always, oh, you just need to focus on getting stronger. That'll make you snatch, clean, and what? No, you don't just need to get stronger. It's not about strength. It's about technique. The thing is, it's about both of them. But even when you mention those two, you're still missing out 3 or 4 other important things. And this is what I want to go over. When you're getting to that point where you're telling people, hey, maybe stop just focusing on technique and actually focus on getting stronger, you're almost there with it. Because if someone's technique is pretty good, like you're watching them lift like 78%, you're like, yeah, the technique's pretty sound, looks pretty good, timing's good, bar pass close, balance is good, posture's all good. You know, they're practicing the lifts well. They're consistent. They're not missing many lifts between 70 and 90%. But then you tell them, oh, you just need to get stronger, and then they do, and then they still don't improve. It's because there's other qualities you need to look at. Remember that weightlifting is a power sport in the way that it is about strength in a restricted period of time. You only have so long to be able to complete your extension before you've got to drop under the bar and a snatch and clean and jerk. You can't take 5 seconds to complete a snatch or a clean or a jerk. I think if I remember the data properly, I think like you're not really going to get under, I think it's 1.5 or 1.6 meters a second in terms of peak velocity of what you do in the second pull before you can't get under a snatch, as an example. So that means we have a time limit, which means it's a power or a speed sport in which we practice our strength. So knowing this, you know that you need to be strong enough, but you also know you need to be fast enough. You also know you need to be mobile enough. You also know that you need to be fit enough to handle quite frequent training. Because with weightlifting, the more often you can train, so the more opportunities you can give yourself to touch on the relevant qualities and the sport-specific skill, the better. So if you're not fit enough, like you do a little internal check with your fitness, and well, you're not getting in more than about 2 or 3K steps a day. You get completely fucked by a flight of stairs. And if I was to get you to go on a salt bike for an hour, like just at a steady pace, that will wipe you out for the rest of the day. We know your conditioning's not good enough. So you probably need to go and do that, and that's what's going to allow you to train at the frequency, volume, and intensity you need to get better. If your strength has been going up, you've put 50 kilos on your back squat and your snatch, clean, and jerk haven't moved, but then we start to get you to do some like plyometrics and general work. Sprinting genuinely fills you with fear because you don't feel like you can move that fast, and you feel like you're going to hurt yourself. When it comes to doing plyometrics, they all feel really clunky and they hurt. You try to do a broad jump, you can't even broad jump over your own height, and you can't jump on like a 20-inch box. That probably means you're not fast enough and you're not elastic enough to be able to handle heavier weights at higher speeds in the snatch and clean and jerk. And again, the most obvious one is strength. If you're clean and jerking 100, you want to clean and jerk 110, but then you've not front squatted over 100 in 2 years, and you're just hoping technique's going to get you there, we probably know it's not. We need to find a way to make your body biologically ready to handle heavier weights. And this is what the whole thing of once your technique's good enough, you just need to get stronger is so close to getting right. You need to make your body biologically ready to handle more stressful training or more stressful performances. And that doesn't just mean getting stronger. It means getting stronger faster. It means getting fitter. It probably means getting more muscular to fit out your weight class. And it probably also means getting more mobile in some styles. I can't remember if I said that one already. But if you know those 5 things are of equal importance, they all need to be in balance. Then when your performances aren't going well, so you fix your technique, you've got like your technique's good enough, and then you're looking at strength, speed and elasticity, you're looking at conditioning, you're looking at muscle mass and mobility, you now have these 5 things where you can go and check them and you can see what's lagging. Whereas if you only know, strength or technique, of course you're going to get stuck because that's not addressing the whole of the pie of everything that makes it up. And the longer you continue to just try to spam strength, or the longer you continue to just spam skill, all those other qualities are degrading and they're dropping down. And what then happens is, instead of having like a little bit of a lagging point that you bring up, and now your snatch and clean and jerk can springboard off of them, you now have this big old deficit of anything that isn't skill or strength that now has to be pulled up so that it's not pulling your snatch and clean and jerk down before you can even make it go up again. So just remember that like you need to make your body physiologically, non-specifically adapted to be able to handle more work and to be faster, to be fitter, to be stronger, to be more mobile, to be more muscular, so that you can then specifically snatch and clean and jerk more.